May Allah heal you from whatever pain you are suffering from. May Allah heal you from whatever pain you are suffering from.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala khatamin nabiyyin amma ba'd fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah.
As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulullah.
Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah.
Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah.
As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyyallah.
As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah.
Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah.
Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah.
Welcome back, viewers of Madani Channel, to your one of your favorite programs, Spiritual Cures. I just like to mention one of the blessings of reciting Durood and Salam upon the best of creation, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. The final messenger, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, has said that the person closest to me on the Day of Judgment will be the one who would have recited salats upon me abundantly in the world. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We'll just welcome our guest. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Adil bhai? You okay? Ji, you've got quite a few messages, Adil bhai, so I hope you're ready.
Labbaik.
Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers, could you please do istikhara for me? I'm wanting to do my taxi job. Because of a diabetic illness, my sugar levels go up and down. And when I go to work, the sugar level seems to be going up and down. But when I'm at home, it seems like they are normal. So I'm confused as well as being stressed. And he's given code name as Red. It does seem strange, but inshallah I'll pass this on to the majlis, inshallah. They'll do istikhara and we'll see what it comes back as, inshallah. Ji. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have been married for almost 15 years. We've been trying for a baby since marriage. We performed Hajj after our marriage. Alhamdulillah, we are being patient. Allah is the greatest of planners. Can we please request an istikhara? Inshallah, may Allah Azza wa Jal fulfill your requests, fulfill your du'as. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant you happiness in your home. And may Allah Azza wa Jal keep you upon your patience, on your sabr. And may Allah Azza wa Jal reward you for the patience that you are showing. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is, and my mother's name is, and the reason why I would like to have istikhara is because I'm struggling to find a job. And I'm ill most of the time. And the code name is 2020. Oh, mashallah, they're telling me to mention 2020 when we're going to mention the reply. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, watch out for your code name or code word, inshallah Azza wa Jal, when we're giving out the istikhara replies. And inshallah Azza wa Jal, by the hint of the code name or the code word, you will get an indication that this particular istikhara reply is for yourself. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to do istikhara. Mother's name is mentally unwell, going through a lot of mental health problems, having a lot of problems. I had an accident recently as well. Want to know what's the matter. Code word BMW. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant you good health. May Allah Azza wa Jal relieve any injury, any pain, any suffering that you've gone through. May Allah Azza wa Jal reward you and cure the problems, the illness that you're going through, and grant you better health than you were before you became ill. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You gave me a wazifa previously, which was Ya Latifu 182 times with Durood Pak before and after, and for some reason some of my chat has been deleted, so kindly if you can give it to us again. It was for my son's job. Ji, inshallah. I think you've clicked on which one it is, the 2 units of salah one, ji. If inshallah we'll mention this again, inshallah, so if you can take note, and then inshallah you'll be able to put it into practice, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can you please do istikhara for my niece? She is having health problems, also feels uncomfortable while she's at home, finds it hard to eat food. She's always tired, suffering with chest pains and breathing issues. Been having bad dreams lately as well. We're thinking somebody might have done something on her. Please confirm the outcome. Inshallah, we will mention, you haven't given us a code name, niece unwell, I'll mention. And then inshallah that should hint to you that this istikhara reply is for yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My niece is not well. Could you do istikhara for her? Name is, her mother's name is. Jazakallah. No code name as well. So I'll put that niece 2. Niece unwell 2. I expected just one, but another one's come from the niece. So I thought I'll mention it together. This particular spiritual cure in regards to Ya Latifu, you need to perform 2 units of salah, bearing in mind that it's not a disliked time, it's not a makruh time. So ghair makruh, i.e. a non-disliked time, is when you will perform these 2 units of salah. So you'll perform 2 units of salah, and as soon as you've completed the 2 units of salah and you've said salam, then you will start this wazifa, you'll start this spiritual cure of Ya Latifu, Ya Latifu, Ya Latifu. You'll start with Durood Sharif a couple of times before and a couple of times after, and you'll continue to recite this, and you'll recite it for 182 times. Once you've completed the wazifa, Ya Latifu, 182 times, end with Durood Sharif a couple of times, and then raise your hands in the court of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and then supplicate and ask for in blessings, ask for your permissible needs. And here in this particular situation where somebody is struggling to find a job, then ask for help in finding a job which is easy, which is full of blessings, which is halal, and which is sufficient for you. It's sufficient earnings for you and your family, inshallah. And if Allah wills, inshallah, your dua will be accepted. Tika Ajil Bhai, I'll let you carry on with them, inshallah. We'll mention some more soon.
Regarding, I think so they mentioned obviously they've done the Hajj and everything, but obviously they haven't heard any good news for the child. Especially I think so they want a awlad in their family. So alhamdulillah, one wazifa which is you guys need to read it. Hopefully with that, inshallah, you will get khush khabri as well. So make a habit of reciting Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim 300 times after every salah. The reciting person will have children, inshallah. So meaning if you needed a child, just after every salah 300 times, it's not going to take that long that you're going to obviously stop your works. Whilst working as well, you can read this, inshallah, you will get khush khabri.
And this is a form of test. And like you've mentioned that it's been 15 years, keep praying in the court of Allah, keep that patience and keep praying, inshallah, and your call will be answered, inshallah, if it's destined for you. I can even recall, since I've just mentioned that, you mentioned 15 years, I remember one Madani Bahar, alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah, that it was a couple that were married 15 years, no children, in the same way, and alhamdulillah, they visited a Ruhani large stall, took taweez, and alhamdulillah, Allah blessed them with a son, alhamdulillah. So don't be disheartened, keep your prayers going and keep focus towards our Creator, inshallah, and if He wills, inshallah, He will grant you children, inshallah. Ji Adil bhai.
Regarding sugar, I think so one wazifa which is a person is saying he's doing taxi, and whenever obviously he go for a job and then he started obviously sugar is up and down. So one method which is if you do regularly, hopefully with that, inshallah, your sugar will be in control, inshallah. This is the ayat which is you have to read it.
رب أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق واجعلني من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا.
Recite the Quranic dua 3 times daily in the morning and evening for 2.5 months. Blow on a water and drink it. So in the morning 3 times before you go in for a job, if you're doing in the morning taxi, then just recite it, blow in the water and drink it. Hopefully with that, inshallah, your sugar will be controlled. In the evening when you come back, then do the same amal, inshallah, your sugar will be controlled, inshallah.
SubhanAllah. Something which I wanted to just mention whilst Adil Bhai is taking the Ruhani Ilaj out, Safar al-Muzaffar, which is the second Islamic month, and the month that comes after Muharram. This concept in the public in regards it being anything, any new task or any task that you're going to do in this month, that it's like a bad omen, it's, like superstitiousness and bad omen in regards to this particular month. And this was mentioned, and remember there's no reality in regards, Allah Hazrat Rahmatullah Ta'ala mentioned in regards to this. And there is actually a book, at the moment it's not being translated in English, but it is available in Urdu, and it is available in your nearest Dawud Islami bookshop, i.e. Maktabatul Madina, and it's also available to download free from Dawud Islami's website, from the book section. And the Dawud Islami website, as you're all aware, but I will mention it again, it's www.dawatislami.net. And if you click from the homepage to the book section and search this book, it's called Badshuguni, and it tells you the reality, because there's no place in Islam in regards to Badshuguni, in regards to superstitiousness, in regards to this bad omen, etc. And just to make you understand a little bit more, it's like, for example, somebody will set off in the morning for some task and a black cat cross their path, and then they'll turn back and not go because they'll think that, right, something's going to happen now. It's not going to, whatever task they went out for, they were going to go for, it's not going to be in their favor, or, something's going to go wrong, etc. And they'll turn back and come back home. This is just like one example. Another example, which when we were younger, and this used to be mentioned a lot, is, if there's a ladder and you walk under the ladder, that's bad luck. Things like this. Also like the number 13 is also mentioned, and especially when it falls on a particular day, when that day for Muslims, alhamdulillah, is a day of Eid. And it mentions that this, when this date or this number date falls on a particular day, and that's bad luck, that is bad luck day, etc. Now, Allah Hazrat Rahmatullah Ta'ala, I'm just going to touch up on it briefly, that Allah Hazrat Rahmatullah Ta'ala mentioned in regards to it, that there's no reality in this, and it's just thoughts, and it's actually taken from non-Muslim beliefs. It's not, there's no room, no space, no place of something like this in Islam, and it's actually taken from other religions. And it mentions that, look, if you want to set off for something, some task or etc., and something like this happens, and you take that thought, it's a thought and it's from Satan, take that thought away from your mind. Yeah, take that satanic whisper away from your mind. And they've also mentioned something here, which we can also include as a spiritual cure as well. And they've mentioned that, Muslims should take that thought away from them and not turn around and go back and say, oh, I'm going to go another day because this is not going to be good for me. Rather, they should recite this. And I'll just mention it. Allahumma la tayra illa tayruka, wa la khayra illa khayruka, wa la ilaha ghayruka. So they mentioned that, don't turn around, go and carry on. Recite this and then carry on upon, whatever task or whatever that you are going to go to do, and have firm belief in Allah Azza wa Jal that inshallah what you're going for, inshallah you're going to gain success. And inshallah Azza wa Jal you will gain success, because there's no reality in this. So over to you, Adil Bhai.
Regarding, I think so Islamic sister was have some sort of thought, and she don't want to eat anything, and she's just depressed. So it's a waswasa. Just read whenever you feel tired or don't want to eat or don't want to do anything, just read La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim constantly until you seem to think that now you are okay, you're feeling better. Then inshallah whatever tension, whatever depression will be clear as well, inshallah.
It's now time for today's spiritual cure.
Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, you are watching Spiritual Cure, and today's spiritual cure is spiritual treatment for a jaundice. And nowadays, when we have a kids, they have jaundice, and doctor obviously and describe something. So Alhamdulillah, our Amir Ahl Sunnat mentioned the one wazifa as well. I'm going to mention it. If a small child suffers from a jaundice, he should be made to wear an onion. That is below on after reciting Surah Al-Fatiha 21 times with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, he will recover insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Yeah, this is something which is quite common. I think just mentioning, like you just mentioned, child, somebody actually messaged me just last week, and their newborn also had jaundice, and they mentioned that it's been a week or two or something, and they didn't seem to get better. But it is something that's getting common. Sometimes it's only a slight, in the skin pigmentation that there's like yellowiness. Sometimes it's also affecting the eyes to some extent. True. And they do say that when the sun is out, when it is out here in the UK, then leave them in the sun for a little bit, and that is a means of cure for them. Yes. But sometimes, because it's not going away, it does become a worry. But mashallah, such a beautiful spiritual cure, mashallah, Dilba has shared with us. And I think, okay, at the moment you might be thinking, okay, we don't have no newborn at home, and so we don't need this. But I think it's something worth taking a picture and just keeping safe on you, because okay, we might be too old to have children now, but alhamdulillah, our children, grandchildren, grandkids, whether it's paternal, maternal, this will come handy. And it is a beautiful wazifa. And simply just take obviously you can take a small onion, and then recite Surah Al-Fatiha, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, right to the end, complete Surah 21 times with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim each time, Durood Sharif before and after, perform dam upon the onion, and then put it around the baby's neck, and inshallah Azza wa Jal, this will be a means of this jaundice clearing, inshallah. I'm sure you can pass this on to other people as well, be helpful. Can I mention one or two messages, please? Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm wanting to purchase this particular car, registration GM17EU. Can you do istikhara to see if it's better for me to purchase? Inshallah, we'll send that on to the majlis. So that's fine. We've got the name and the mother's name, so that's fine. And we've also got the registration number. For some of you, this might be a new thing. So look, sometimes we learn from other people's questions. Did you know that you can actually have istikhara done? For example, you're wanting to purchase. This here, in this particular, is buying a car, purchasing a car. But it could be whether you're purchasing a property, you could be purchasing anything, and whether you're wanting to know whether it's good for me or not to purchase this. Now, this particular person wanted to have istikhara done before they purchase this car and see if it's good for them, and they'll get an indication of whether it's good or not, and then it's up to them whether they want to go ahead and purchase or not. Just because the istikhara is saying that yes, it's good for you, it doesn't bind you that you need to purchase. But remember that what is istikhara? It's asking Allah Azza wa Jal for guidance. That Allah Azza wa Jal, I'm confused in this particular matter. Please, give me a sign, indication that is this good for me or not? And that's what istikhara is, and that's what you're doing. And there's no harm in this. And maybe this is, for some viewers, this might be a new thing. So yes, you can for something that you're purchasing as well. Adil bhai,
do you charge for the istikhara as well?
No. Alhamdulillah, all of these services that fall under the umbrella of Ruhani Ilaj, including istikhara, including the taweez, the amulets, any spiritual cures, whether it's taweez, amulets that you come to the stall and you take, or whether you want them posting. We don't even request postage from you. We actually, Dawat Islami covers the costs of postage and sends out postage, Ruhani Ilaj and amulets, taweez, etc. The istikhara service is there in front of you. It's open 7 days. The office is open 7 days. And remember, it does need to be manned for somebody to be there. So it is manned, and brothers are working there, alhamdulillah, tirelessly. The hours are in front of you from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and then on Sunday from 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. Alhamdulillah. And these brothers are giving time, alhamdulillah. So there's cost involved there, phone lines, etc. All these services are provided totally free. Those brothers and sisters who actually sit on the stall, they're actually sitting on the stall and they're providing a service for you to come and gain spiritual cures, ta'wizat from them. All this is free. If somebody, it was indicated that there's some directly, indirectly, and anything in exchange, whether it's money or anything is mentioned, then there's something wrong, and it should light a red light, flashing red light, that danger. You're in the wrong place, maybe. So nothing under the umbrella of Dawat Islami in the department Ruhani Ilaj is charged for. Is totally free of cost. Dilba, can I just mention a couple of messages to you? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Small children who are, when they are doing zid, basically, so when they're not doing as they're told, or being stubborn, etc., annoying their parents, is there anything that we can give, any Ruhani Ilaj in regards to this? Okay, and there's another, Assalamu alaikum, if you can take note of that, Adil bhai. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can I request Ruhani Ilaj for some kind of wound in the stomach? So if you can have a Ruhani Ilaj for that. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can I request a Ruhani Ilaj for weakness and pain in the bones of the body? We had them istikhara replies. Code name niece is unwell. The istikhara reply has come back as illness. Inshallah, Adil Bhai will give us a collective Ruhani Ilaj in the end, inshallah, in regards to illness, inshallah. In regards to, the niece to reply has also come back as illness. So somebody's niece was unwell. The second istikhara, which was for the niece, that has also come back as illness. So I just wanted to mention these wazaif, Adil Bhai. Allah Hazrat Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi mentioned in regards to these wazaif that if this evil thought comes in the mind, then suppress it, get it out of your mind and get rid of it. Read this wazifa the once and it should be fine. And it'll suppress that, it'll press that, evil thought, that badshuguni, that bad omen out of the mind. If for any reason that it doesn't, then repeat this particular wazaif. And there's a few wazaif that have been mentioned here. And it mentions repeat it again, and that should do the trick. If not, repeat it a few times. Inshallah, you'll see that, inshallah, they will get suppressed, they will clear out of the mind. These are actually verses from the Quran Pak, which they've mentioned. And they said that inshallah these will completely, and then one thing that you need to have firm belief that no loss, they can't bring you harm. Remember that sometimes something happens and you say, oh, that's why that happened, and you relate it to that. That badness or that problem, that trouble was going to come for you, or it was going to come to you, and whether it was a means of your rank being raised or whatever reason, or maybe there was like some big matter that was going to happen and a small incident took place in place of that big one due to some charity, some sadaqah or something that you did. So there's lots of things that come in mind, but we, like something happened and we say, oh yeah, we did that, And that's why that's why the result of it is like this. But it's not like that. So you need to have firm belief and do these particular wasais which Allah Hazrat Rahmatullah Ta'ala has mentioned. They're actually in the book Bad Shuguni, and it's page 110. So you can read on from 109 onwards, and it mentions these wazaif. And I'll just mention two of them I'd like to mention. One of them, I'll give you the reference first, then you can take note. It's chapter 10, Surah At-Tawbah, verse number 51. Chapter 10, yani para 10, Surah At-Tawbah, verse number 51. And I'll just mention it once. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. لَن يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا هُوَ مَوْلَانَا وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. That's one. And the second one which is mentioned, I'll give you the reference first, is chapter 4, para 4, Surah Al Imran, and it's verse number 173. حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلِ حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلِ.
If he's a stubborn, ziddi child, then if the child show stubborn, recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas once along with Salat upon the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Ta'ala Alaihi Wasallam. Whenever you read this surah, read with Bismillah Sharif, inshallah, beginning and once in the and daily, and make dam on them, inshallah. So when you read it, blow on the child, hopefully with that child, inshallah, will listen to you, become pious as well, inshallah. Regarding body pain, after salah, recite this ayah 7 times and perform them on both hand and rub wherever you have a pain. If you feel tiredness, so you can rub all over the body.
لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون.
Part 28, Surah Al-Hashr, verse 21. So recite this, blow on hand, rub all over the body, inshallah will be okay.
Subhanallah. That does bring us to the end of the program. So inshallah we will see you same time, same place, only on Madani Channel. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad.
May Allah heal you from whatever pain you are suffering from. May Allah heal you from whatever pain